Welcome back. This is the second episode in my two-part series on weight loss. In this episode, I'm going to be explaining why some people just can't seem to lose the weight they want no matter what they try. And I'm going to be giving you a much more productive method or strategy for losing weight and keeping it off for life. Let's talk about it. Welcome to the Christian Healthy Lifestyle Podcast, where I help Christians over 40 maximize their health potential so they can age gracefully and live abundantly. I'm your host, David Sandstrom, naturopathic doctor and biblical health coach, and this is episode number 169. Now, before we get started, I have a couple of announcements. It's now easier to go to my website because I've secured the URL chlpodcast.com. That stands for Christian Healthy Lifestyle Podcast.com. It's much shorter, much easier to type, and it fits on the screen easier as well. It's the same website as davidsandstrom.com or christianhealthylifestyle.com, just a different URL. So now there's 3 ways to access the website. The second announcement is, and this is huge, I'm going to be starting an online membership community. Now, as you know, I used to be a health coach and I had an office with a practice. I no longer do that because I've been focusing on the podcast. But since I've been podcasting, I've had quite a few people reach out to me and ask me to do health coaching with them for a fee. And I've told them no because my focus is on the podcast. Well, I'm now ready to jump back into the health coaching arena. But this time I want to do it in a 21st century style. My plan is to start an online membership community. That community is going to complement the podcast and my book, but it's going to significantly expand upon the content. Now, I'm in the process of creating several online courses that are going to be available on my website for one-off purchases, and you can simply buy that course if you want. I'm going to have a bunch of them, but in the coming launch, as a member of the community, you'll get access to all those courses with your monthly membership, which will be at a substantially discounted rate for founding members. I'd also like to do regular Q&As where you can ask me questions directly. I could bring a guest on. You could ask them questions as well. Of course, we'll have a group of like-minded believers that want to pursue graceful aging and living abundantly God's way. We're going to have a weekly newsletter in there, exclusive for members. I'm thinking about even having some office hours where you can schedule some one-on-one time with me and do some coaching, and I can help you move the needle in your health-building efforts. As a founding member, you'll have a chance to shape what's in the Health Club membership, and you'll have a say in what it turns into because I'm going to be soliciting feedback from the founders. Now, if that sounds intriguing to you, I invite you to get signed up today. Go to my website, chlpodcast.com/membership. Get signed up and take advantage of the deeply discounted founding member pricing. And you'll lock in that discount for life. As long as you stay a member at that level, you'll have that price for life. Go to my website to find out more details. Now, that pricing is only going to be available for a limited time, so don't delay. As I roll out new content and add more features and more online courses, the price is going to go up. But you'll be locked in at the founding member pricing. So get signed up today. Do it right now. Pause this episode. I'll be here when you get back. I promise. I'll be here waiting for you. So don't miss this ground floor opportunity to be a part of something really special. Now, in the last episode, I said that repeated cycles of weight loss and subsequent regain make it harder and more difficult to lose weight the next time around. Here's a shocking study done on rats published in the journal Physiology and Behavior. It's entitled The Effects of Repeated Cycles of Weight Loss and Regain in Rats. In this study, researchers forced rats to lose weight through caloric restriction and regain that weight through overfeeding. And here's what they found. The cycled animals show significant increases in food efficiency, weight gain per calorie of food intake, in the second restriction and refeeding periods compared to the first. In the second cycle, weight loss occurred at half the rate of the first cycle and regain at 3 times the rate when compared to the first cycle. These data suggest that frequent dieting may make subsequent weight loss more difficult. So the second time these researchers forced weight loss on the rats through caloric restriction, they only lost weight at half the weight as the first time, and they gained weight back at 3 times the rate as the first cycle. So in other words, yo-yo dieting through caloric restriction screws up the metabolism. Now, if you want to look at that study yourself, go to my website, christianhealthylifestyle.com/169, and I'll have links to all these resources. Now, here's another reason why people struggle to lose weight no matter what they do. And this is huge. The status of our gut microbiome has a great deal of influence over blood sugar regulation and therefore fat stores. Now, here's a fascinating study published in the journal Science in 2013, where researchers took stool samples from human twins, one of which was obese and the other was thin, and transplanted that microbiome into normal weight mice through fecal transplantation. The mice that got the fecal transplant from the obese twin and fed the same diet as before became obese themselves. And the mice that got the transplant from the normal weight twin on the identical diet remained thin. Now, this study is convincing evidence that the gut microbiome can have powerful influence over sugar regulation and therefore the amount of fat stores. Again, this study was done on mice, but they received a human microbiome in the fecal transplant. Now, I believe this study powerfully points to the idea that our gut microbiome has got to be considered when we're talking about maintaining a healthy weight. Again, you can find these resources, links to all these studies at my website, christianhealthylifestyle.com. This is episode number 169. Now, most people's microbiome is deficient. If your birth was not vaginal and you were born C-section, you came into this world with an imbalance in your gut microbiome. Babies are, by design, supposed to be picking up beneficial bacteria through a natural vaginal birth. If that doesn't happen, you miss out on something. If you weren't breastfed as an infant, you probably have deficiencies in the diversity of your microbiome because, once again, we pick up those beneficial bacteria from the mom's breast milk. Or if ever in your life you've taken a course of antibiotics, you probably have imbalances in your gut microbiome. And if those imbalances are not addressed, that can set us up for a lifelong struggle with our weight. So much for the you're just not disciplined enough to control your eating theory. That one kind of goes out the window, doesn't it? Another reason why people struggle to lose weight is they have high levels of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. It's very difficult to lose weight when we're stressed. If we're experiencing chronic stress, stress hormones like cortisol, epinephrine will be released in the system. And cortisol stimulates gluconeogenesis in the liver, which raises blood sugar levels. Gluconeogenesis is the process of the liver producing blood glucose from non-carbohydrate sources. Chronically elevated blood sugar levels lead to insulin resistance, and insulin resistance can lead to stubborn weight gain and obesity. Insulin resistance is the hallmark of metabolic syndrome. So one of the reasons people struggle to take weight off is that their stress levels are too high. So once again, this points to the idea that lifestyle interventions are more effective, or at least a useful adjunct to medications for fighting things like type 2 diabetes and obesity. So elevated stress hormones can definitely block or interfere with our weight loss goals. Now, calories in, calories out doesn't take into account the source of the calories either. It doesn't take into account the timing of our meals, the efficiency of our digestive systems, our hormone balance, how much sleep we got the night before, our stress levels, and countless other physiological processes. And that's why I say that counting calories is pretty close to useless. So if we're not going to count calories and we know we need to lose some weight, what do? Well, we embrace a healthy lifestyle. As I said earlier, we don't lose weight in order to get healthy. We get healthy in order to lose weight because a healthy person doesn't struggle with their weight. The thing that will affect our body's ability to maintain healthy weight more than anything else is well-functioning mitochondria. Now, we live and die at the cellular level. Each of our cells has hundreds to thousands of miniature power plants that we call mitochondria. When our mitochondria are functioning well, they produce surplus energy. When our mitochondria are compromised, the energy they produce is deficient. When that happens, our health and vitality are negatively impacted. So how do we ensure our mitochondria are functioning at peak levels? Well, that's a good question. We embrace all the healthy lifestyle choices we can. You can go back to episode 1 in this podcast and listen to every episode. Every one of them will have some advice geared towards supporting our mitochondrial energy production. But since that's not practical for most people, got 169 episodes and counting, I'll give you a recap right now. Of course, diet is essential. I'm working on putting together an online course on healthy eating that I'm going to make available in the near future. That course will be for sale on my website, but it'll also be available within the health membership club that we're putting together. Again, if that sounds interesting to you and you'd like to be surrounded by a group of like-minded people, you could become a founding member now and lock in a heavily discounted rate for life. Go to my website, chlpodcast.com/membership, and sign up today. I look forward to hearing from you. I want founding members to give me feedback and help shape what the health club membership turns into. Pause this episode, go to my website, chlpodcast.com/membership, and sign up today. I promise I'll be here waiting for you when you get back. So, getting back to how we support our mitochondria. Diet is foundational. We should be eating non-processed food as close to its God-given natural form as possible. Now, if you've been listening to this show, you know that my advice is to avoid seed oils, which means minimizing how many times we eat out at restaurants every week. We should shop for organic, single-ingredient foods whenever possible, and we need to prepare more of our meals at home. That's the only way we can really control what we're eating. So, diet is important, but so is exercise and movement. Sitting is the new smoking. Our bodies are designed for movement. We need more than 2 or 3 45-minute sessions at the gym every week. We need movement every day and throughout the day. The research is piling up. Low-intensity exercise or movement done frequently throughout the day is more effective than intense exercises done less frequently throughout the week. Low-intensity workouts like walking done in several short intervals throughout the day have been shown to be more effective at controlling blood sugar than 2 or 3 high-intensity workouts at the gym per week. Several 3 to 5 minute walking sessions done throughout the day is an efficient way to lower blood glucose levels, reduce hemoglobin A1C, lower fasting insulin levels. It also improves triglyceride to HDL ratio, which is an important health marker, and reduces belly fat better than high-intensity workouts throughout the week. It also improves triglyceride to HDL ratio, which is an important marker for overall health and metabolic flexibility. It also reduces belly fat. So those lab values are all excellent measures of your metabolic health. So get moving. Listen to episode number 163 in my 9 Pillars of Health series. If you want to learn more about movement, I did a whole episode on movement in episode 163. It's pillar number 8. Another way to support mitochondrial health is to expose our bodies to beneficial hermetic stress in the form of hot and cold temperatures. Saunas and cold plunging are all the rage today, and with good reason. They mimic exercise and provide low-level stress to our mitochondria, which helps them to become more efficient. Now, we don't have time to go into all the health benefits of saunas and cold plunging on this episode, but in the next episode, I'm going to be exploring those topics in more depth. Now, if you don't have a sauna or a cold plunge, that's okay. You can alternate between cold and hot water in the shower. It won't be as effective as sauna bathing or cold plunging, but it will make a difference. Another way we can support our mitochondrial strength is with good sleep. Now, I just did an episode on sleep. Episode number 164 in the 9 Pillars series covers sleep, so check that one out if you didn't listen to it. Another way to improve our mitochondrial strength and our vitality and therefore maintain a healthy weight is to avoid social isolation, to be in connected, loving relationships. Speaking of relationships, the new membership club will give you all kinds of opportunities to connect with like-minded people. And we'll be covering all of those things and more inside the membership. Go to my website, chlpodcast.com/membership, and sign up today. There'll never be a cheaper rate for this membership than right now by signing up as a founding member today. I hope you find this information useful. Be sure to tune in to the next episode. I'll be talking about the benefits of cold plunging and sauna bathing. It's going to be an exciting episode. You don't want to miss it. That's it for now. I appreciate you. Thank you for listening. Go out there and live abundantly. I'll talk with you next time. Be blessed.